Oh, that is so good. It's beanie.
I like it.
Where's mine? It's just incredible flavors.
Kind of gotta slurp it up, but it's super good.
You can definitely tell why this is a Yucatan favorite right here. Good morning. It is a beautiful hot day here in Merida, and today we are taking you on a Mexican food tour. It is not just a Mexican food tour, it is a Yucatan food tour.
Here in Mexico, so well known for its food when you come to visit, but it can vary drastically from state to state to state. And so our plans to tour around Mexico, we want to do a food tour like this with each different state we go to. And we are in Yucatan, where some of the best food in the country is located. So today we are going to be taking you for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. We're going to show you some of the best local cuisine you can look for when you come to the area. So let's get into it.
Alright, to start out our food tour today, we are here at Cafe Impala, which is actually a really famous restaurant here in Merida. It opened up in the 50s, so it's been open for so long, very popular. Now to start out, we have ourselves a Chaya drink. Now Chaya is locally grown here in the Yucatan state. It's just like spinach, it's like a dark leafy green, really healthy for you. They pretty much have it in every meal. They have it in drinks, or they'll eat it in like salads, or they'll cook with it. I've even had a soup and it was delicious. Really good. I got mine with pineapple today. It's really, really good and super healthy for you. Oh, that is so good.
It doesn't taste like super herbally or anything. Super healthy, like Jess said, so gotta try the chaya. All right, guys, we got the huevos montaleños. It's actually a dish that was created in the town of Motul, just down the street from Merida here. A Yucatan favorite. They've got these fried tortillas with a bed of refried bean, tomato sauce with the egg and the ham chunks, some peas on top with a bit of a sprinkled cheese. It is absolutely delicious and one of our favorites.
It is so good, and we've had huevos montaleños a few times. It's definitely our go-to breakfast, and this is the best one we've had at Cafe Impala.
Yeah,
it is so good.
The best, and actually the first we ever had.
Yeah.
One of the first meals we had in all of the Yucatan and to start our full-time travels was this right here. So what better way to start off our food tour than huevos montaleños. Let's dig in.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is gonna be so good. And these are my favorite plantain. They're like the sweet ones. I love them so much. You gotta get everything in there. It's so good. The flavors is just incredible. The tomato sauce is not super tomatoey. It's just so good with the eggs and the peas and the ham. And the tortilla in the below, it's like crunchy but soft, if that makes sense. And with the refried beans, it's just incredible flavors.
Like Jess said, just the perfect amount of crispiness, but also not like too hard on the tortilla. They really soak it up in this tomato sauce, so kind of got to slurp it up, but it's super good. No better way to start the day. Huevos montaleños.
We just came off Paso de Montejo and we're actually heading down to the Mercado, San Benito.
San Benito Mercado, or Mercado San Benito. There's street food all throughout the city, but if you really want to get a nice big array of street food all in one place, you want to check out the Mercados, and I don't think there's any better in town than San Benito. So we're on our way there. We had to make a quick pit stop to get out of the rain, but it seems like it's going to be a little on and off, so we should make it there all right.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Let's go. Well, the rain stopped. This brings us to a friendly reminder: if you're ever visiting Merida, be prepared for the heat. But shouldn't be too much longer. A little less than a kilometer up the road here, and we will be at the Mercados for our tortas. Let's get it.
We have made it to the Mercado San Benito market. At this market you can find anything that you could ever want: shoes, clothes, perfume, food. So we are actually here to go get our next meal, which is lunch. Let's do it.
So we are on the hunt for Cochinita Pibil. Seems to be a little bit more difficult to find than we had originally anticipated, but we are not giving up. We're going through the mercado. We just went through this big food court area that's behind us here. They all said, no, not today, it'll be here tomorrow. But thankfully one of the guys understood us enough to point us in this direction, which is supposedly another mercado. But hopefully we can find our Cochinita Pibil. Looking like it's all closed.
You know where it does have the tortas, the Cochinita Tortas? It's that place beside our house.
Right across the street. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
So we spent about half an hour walking around the San Benito Mercado and came to realize it's more of a morning market than it is an afternoon thing. So it's the next day. We've come now just down the street from our Airbnb, and there's this really cool little taqueria that's actually well known for its Cochinita Tortas. So we thought this would be a great place to come check it out. Now, we've got a couple tortas each here filled with that amazing Cochinita pork, and it comes with this pickled onion kind of relish that's looks like it's got some seeds in it, so it might be a bit spicy as well. Wouldn't be surprised at this part of the world. I always like putting a little bit of extra on there and then give it a taste. It's like a nice little just side of the road food truck kind of thing. That's where you know you're getting the real traditional flavors. Let's get into it. So good. I don't even know how to describe it. It's got like that, almost like a slow roasted pulled pork taste, but kind of smoky. And then the bread is just so good for it. It's like a French bread almost. Nice and crunchy, crispy bread. And then that onion relish is so good with it. Definitely got to come try out the Cochinita Tortas. What do you think?
It is so good. The bread is so fresh. Like I said, it's like a French baguette. The meat is just so much flavor. It is so good. You can definitely tell why this is a Yucatan favorite right here. So good. Every time we've come past this place, it's always so busy, especially on a Sunday morning. This place has like a line down the street and they sell out. This is definitely a great spot. All right, that was so good. Absolutely love the tortas.
Yeah, we're here at Las Tres Hermanas. If you're ever in the Merida area, they've got an amazing taco and torta stand. Definitely come check it out. Like we said, if you're looking for the Cochinita Tortas, you're gonna have to look for them earlier in the day. And it's kind of just a traditional thing in this area. Merida is so hot, so they eat a little bit earlier in the day, and I think they eat dinner a little bit later in the day too. So we're gonna go hang out at our condo for a little while, get ready for this evening, and then we're taking you out for dinner. Let's go. All right, we're here at La Chaya, guys, for the second time in about 4 days. We're here another time because Kyle made a bit of a boo-boo.
You can see from Kyle's face.
I'm not too happy with myself. On the way here, one of the memory cards we use for our videos said that it was full. I tried to clean up some space on it and accidentally deleted the entire card. But we're happy to come back because it is absolutely delicious here.
Yeah, and here at La Chaya, it is 100% Yucatan food, so there's so much to show you.
Gonna be honest, we picked some of the absolute best rated foods in the entire region,
Yeah.
so we're gonna get most of the same thing,
Yeah,
which I'm,
pretty much.
again, happy about that.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's get into it. So one of my favorite things about La Chaya Maya here, much like a lot of other Mexican restaurants, is the fact that they give you these free chips and dip starters. Here at La Chaya Maya, they give you the tortilla chips, some freshly chopped up pico de gallo, a pumpkin seed puree kind of dip, obviously the refried beans. Gotta love it.
And another thing that I love about La Chaya and in Merida in general, is the architecture and the history. We're sitting in La Chaya now, and I could just envision the history. The huge doorways and like huge chandeliers. You could just imagine the families that used to live here, and that this would be like the drawing room or the library. You're transported back in history when you walk into these restaurants. They are absolutely beautiful and magnificent. Really cool thing to see. Gracias. Oh, gracias.
Muchas gracias.
All right, so for our starters, we have sopa de lima. Now this is a really popular soup in here in the Yucatan. You'll find it at pretty much all Yucatan restaurants. So I'm super excited. I've had it once before and it is delicious. So they always come with these crunchy tortillas. I think they're fried tortillas. I think so. But you put it in your soup and it's very limey. You know what it reminds me of is totally. It reminds me of a chicken noodle and a tortillas, like a tortilla soup. Has anyone had a tortilla soup where they have the tortillas in it and it's a bit spicy? I have. I've made it before. So if anyone can relate to me, you know, that's what it's kind of like. So yeah, it's like a chicken noodle soup with a tortilla soup. And it's really light. So good. Totally what you would have on a sick day. Absolutely gorgeous.
Now, for our other starters, we got panuchos, which is kind of like tacos on steroids. At least that's what I like to say. What they do is they take the tortilla, they stuff it with refried beans, and then they fry it before they make your taco filling, or before they fill it with the taco filling. We got 3 local Yucatan flavored style panuchos. One is the Mayan flavor. It's got like the pumpkin seed puree with a bunch of grilled veggies. It's actually a vegetarian version as well, so for our vegetarian friends, that's the one you're gonna wanna go for here. We've also got Lastido de Valladolid. It's like a chunked pork with a tomato puree. It comes with a hard-boiled egg. And then we've got Rayo Negro, which is actually a turkey meat with this black bean and black pepper sauce. We thought originally that it would be kind of like a mole flavor, which is kind of a Yucatecan or a Oaxacan flavor, but it's not. It actually reminded me more of like a refried bean flavor, but I only know that because, again, it's our second time here, but let's give them a go. Yeah, the Valladolid one, it's real good. It's like that tomato puree, like I said, but not too overpowering. It's got the pumpkin puree as well, but I don't really even taste the pumpkin seed puree at all. The nice thing about these panuchos is because they're deep fried, they're not just like a soft tortilla, which is kind of hard to find, the hard tortillas like you would back in Canada, the taco, like hard shell tacos. But these panuchos kind of remind me of that because they're fried and they get a little bit crispier. Ooh. I'm gonna pass it to Jess so she can try the next one.
Okay, so I'm just gonna jump into what Kyle is eating. It's very messy and saucy, I feel like, this one.
It's actually, I just realized, it's ibis, puree of ibis, which is a local white bean.
You can taste it. You can definitely taste the white bean. It's very beany. Especially with the egg, the cooked egg inside.
Real beany because of the eggs.
So I'm going to jump into the vegetarian one. Is this a Valladolid one?
This one is the Mayan one.
Okay, this is the Mayan one. I did a bit of lime. Wow. Love this one. I'm not sure what the brown stuff that's on top of this. There's a little bit of like brown seasoning on top of this. I'm not sure what it is, but wow, the flavors are just like...
I think that, I kind of confused the two, so that's the pumpkin seed puree.
This is super fresh. You can taste all the fresh veggies and the lime and a little bit of bean from the wrap, and it is phenomenal. Wow. We're on to the last one though, and this one it always scares me because it's the black sauce. For some reason the black sauce just, I always find it's a really strong mole or something. Obviously it's not mole, but it still just feels really...
I think like you said,
intimidating.
It seems like it's gonna be a strong flavor, but it's actually not nearly as strong, and it's a nice flavor, I find.
Let's try it.
Get it in you.
Okay. It's good. It's not mole sauce. It's not this spicy sauce that it's kind of like advertised as, should I say. It's not spicy at all. It's...
Beanie?
Beanie! It's beanie. It's not spicy. It's got bean, it's got egg in it. I think the black sauce just makes it look intimidating. But it's really good. Like, it's delicious. What do you think, Kyle?
I like it. I think this one's my favorite though, which isn't typical for me. I'm not like an over meat eater, but with things like this, it's typically got some kind of meat. That's my favorite, but I think the mine style, the vegetarian one, is my favorite.
It's so much flavor, eh? Like it's bursting with like veggie lime flavor.
Yeah, it's like Jess said, this one's more beany. The Valle de Lid one has more tomato base, but it's still not as flavorful as the Mayan one that has all the mixed veggies.
Gracias. Ah, perfecto. Oh my god, it just came and it looks so good. So good. As you can see here, we've got our fabulous handmade tortillas that the lovely ladies just made, and they're so warm. We've got our Poc Chuc right here, we've got our sauce, pico de gallo, picante, salsa, not sure what it is fully, but I'm sure it's picante. And here we've got papillo de pavo.
This is actually the only dish that we didn't try yet.
Yes.
Because we did come back here, like we said, this is the second time we've tried everything. We tried the Poc Chuc the other night. This one though, we've yet to try.
At first I was like, oh my god, it's totally like a chicken curry. It does not taste like a chicken curry. It's...
She pulled a Kyle.
Dun dun dun! It's on my shirt.
White shirt.
It's very plain and savory. I know it's all coming across very exciting. I'm not hitting excitement in this one, I'm sorry to say. It's very soupy. I don't know what. Oh, it's spicy! Oh my god, I just hit a chunk of spice and oh my god, my face is blowing up. No joke, that's really spicy.
I wonder what's in it. I didn't think it was bad.
Try this.
The spicy pumpkin seed chicken.
Did you get the spice?
No. Must have just got unlucky. I didn't find it spicy.
Yeah, I got like a really spicy intense part.
I believe you. It also comes with these hard-boiled eggs. Yeah, it's okay. But our favorite is the Poc Chuc.
The Poc Chuc is delicious. It's this thinly fried pork, which is absolutely gorgeous. I believe it's cooked in the citrus. I don't know if this is an orange, lime, or grapefruit, or all three in a hybrid together. Not sure, but it is delicious. It is squeezed on there, and I believe it's cooked with it too. So good. You get the tomato, the avocado. It is so delicious. Let's dig in. Oh, this pork looks fabulous, super tender. Let's try this soup. Normally it just comes with the tortillas. I actually got extra rice because I love extra rice. We got these great onions, absolutely delicious. And I'm sorry, it's a little loud here. We have some big parties in the background. It is a popular restaurant, so it is just buzzing here at this restaurant right now. But got some onions. I love the onions. The onions with that sauce, it's almost beanie. It's almost like a beanie sauce. It's just amazing with the onions and the spiciness.
Wow. Poc Chuc is on the top of the list for a reason. It's absolutely delicious. But we got one more thing. We got to show you probably the #1 featured dessert item in all of the Yucatan Peninsula.
And my favorite. My favorite dessert.
One of our favorites.
Here.
Absolute must try. So let us get this packed up and then we'll go show you that.
All right, for our dessert, we are here to get a marquesita, which is one of the most popular Yucatan desserts you can get. You can find them on pretty much any block here in Merida. They are amazing.
Yeah, they're like a crispy rolled up crepe is the best way to describe it, really.
Crispy crepe.
But it's like, yeah, a nice crunchy crispy crepe. They fill them with like chocolate, bananas,
Cheese.
cheese.
jam.
Cheese and Nutella is kind of a really odd but yet popular combination when it comes to marquesitas. But what we like to get is we like to get cream cheese, the chocolate, the Nutella, and banana all rolled up into one.
Yeah.
Quite literally. She already started eating.
I can't help myself. I'm sorry. It's so good. It is so crispy, this one. This one I find was a little bit different. So flaky.
Yeah, and usually, gonna be honest, they usually top it up with like extra sauce
I
and
don't
stuff.
think he cooked it as good as I like.
But this time, yeah, it's almost like he tried to kind of rush it
Because like
off.
half of it's just the crepe, so I'm just trying to get through the crepe.
Yeah.
It's still just crepe.
I'll try some crepe. It's got the chocolate with the Nutella and banana. That's my favorite part of the combination.
All right, now we're getting into it. As you can see, it's got the delicious creaminess, banana-ness.
It's super good, super messy. Like, you can tell why they're so popular, but they're so messy. Gotta just be, maybe not be wearing a white shirt if you're planning to have margaritas tonight. And maybe bring some extra napkins. You know, we always get one to share, but then I find the whole time we're eating it, the person that doesn't have it is just kind of like,
Where's mine?
this is just the beginning of our Mexican food tour. We are going to Oaxaca in a few weeks, which we heard has some of the best food in the country as well. We're also going to be going to Mexico City in a little while, some of the best street food in the entire country, and we would love to have your suggestions and recommendations. If there's somewhere else within this beautiful country of Mexico that we should go, try some of their local cuisines and do a bit of a food tour, let us know in the comments below. We love it when you give us suggestions and recommendations, and we always try to include as many of them as we can in our videos. So please let us know in the comments below.
He's got chocolate on his lips. I had to point that out. Make
This whole time.
sure you subscribe too.
Yeah, and ring a ding ding dong that bell so you'll be notified of our future videos. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.